Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am Paddle for Raise Your Weapon, and we are doing Pacific Northwest Scrims right now. What we have is most of the former Raise Your Weapon team, or the Raise Your Weapon team. We have Dexter, Matt the Twins, Boscow, Highwind, and Soyruda stepping in there, filling in the last spot for the Raise Your Weapon. And the other team, we have a core of High Risk No Reward, Kabam and Otter, followed by Dusty Virus, Cody, and I'm Black, y'all. So this should be a pretty good game. Let's either lead off with Kog'Maw right away, which is a very smart decision. Kog'Maw, one of the best, if not the best, ADs in League of Legends right now. Dusty Virus, very good pick by him as Uter. Uter was very strong last game. I know Matt played him very, very well. It's a character that Matt does enjoy. Uter is a very, very good jungler. Can also be played top as well. Throw some summoner block here, and we're gonna have a Lee Sin. The Lee Sin pick of doom. No, we're actually gonna have a really quick swap to Udyr Olaf. Okay, Olaf, considered one of the best top solos in League of Legends. Although in a recent interview, Daniel actually pointed out, I think it's kind of smart that if you can pull a sustainer like a Warwick or someone, and then eat through his mana, dodge some of his axes, bait out some of his attacks and axes, and then get him down to about third mana, you can actually sustain against him and just go about your business last hitting, because at third mana, Olaf actually can't kill you without, of course, jungle support or something like that. So, Olaf, very, very strong top solo, but at the same time, there is a way around him. I remember Wicked originally said that he didn't play him because he thought he was boring. So I think Olaf is one of the top heroes. Wicked probably has had to learn him recently, just because he's so prevalent, especially in NA play. I've seen Dyrus with him running him a lot top. Boy runs him top pretty often. So Olaf, a worthwhile top, and then Udyr, a great jungler. And looks like we're gonna see Janna, a great support. Kog'Maw Janna, one of the best AD support combos in the game, easy. Highwind's going to be rocking Alistar. Might see a jungle Alistar. We could see an AP mid Janna, but I doubt that. But imagine Janna will be the support, because that makes sense. And Highwind has been in favor of Alistar jungle, and he is a jungler, so it makes sense that he would pick them there. In a Victor pick, I love Victor, so if Boscow plays Victor, 100 bonus talent points for Boscow. What you would spend them on, the shop isn't up yet, but I tell you, it's going to be some really cool stuff, so I would take the points right now, because you might not get them later. I don't just hand out Callum points whenever, so I used to call them Pato points, I guess. That'd make more sense. Ooh, so Kabam Otter have locked in Leona Corki, which that is like... So Kabam actually is a pretty good support. He's pretty good at being in sync with with Otter, because they play together a lot, and he's a really fun support to play with. If you've ever been on voice chat with him while he's playing as a support, then it's something to actually have fun with, be excited about. I do enjoy playing with Kabam when I do get the chance. But that would be a very scary lane, because Otter's very aggressive, wants to be aggressive. Leona, very aggressive support. So Kog'Maw and Janna have to be very, very careful. Very, very, very careful. And Janna can actually cancel the pole, or I guess it's not a pole, but the Dawn Blade or Zenith Blade that Leona throws out to pull herself towards her opponent to start the whole stun combo. You can actually cancel it with Howling Gale. If you hit her while she's in flight, it'll actually interrupt her dash. Same with Corki, you can actually interrupt his Valkyrie with a tornado. So interesting things to note in that bottom lane. And I'm Black Hell's going to be rocking Malzahar. He's been seeing a lot more play recently, and I kind of like him because he's going to be able to push around. But at the same time, the thing about Malzahar is he's just so stationary in team fights, and so easy to be picked off. The good part about him, though, is he can tear down a tank like that. If you get enough of their teammates over your pool, which takes a percentage of health, which means it scales into late game always, great. It's an excellent spell. Then you can actually do massive damage in a team fight. But usually people avoid the pool like the plague. You have to play him smart cast. I mean, you should play every character pretty much smart cast. I don't play line ability smart cast, and if you think about it, you can actually play with your alt on clickable. I typically run for default when I'm not in serious tournament mode. I run the first 3 spells in smart cast, and the last one just normal click, because most R abilities. I mean, there's R abilities that you have to click, but adding that is not too hard. And then a lot of the R abilities just go off, like especially when I play support. So Janna, Soraka, I mean, all those alts, they don't have to be targeted. You don't have to do anything with them. So you just click R. It's like smart cast anyways. So reveal some summer spells for y'all. Pop it in there. But I do like Victor. If he gets ahead, he's easily the scariest AP in League of Legends because his ult does a metric ton of damage. With just his upgrade, his Augment Death, which gives you 45 AP plus his natural passive from his item, and a Death Cap. With that alone, and a level 3 ult from Victor, it does 2,000 damage AoE. 2,000 damage if it's next to you the entire time. That's ridiculous. Think about that. 2,000 damage, and it silences. It's not that it just does that much damage, it silences too. And if you just nuke and blow someone up with it, you can still move it around and damage other people with it. It's ridiculous. And I don't think people really quite realize that when they see how effective it is. But I mean, it's not 2,000 damage just straight up. It's the initial explosion plus damage over time. So it's really not boom 2,000 damage. It's boom, oh my gosh, I'm dying and I'm silenced, so I can't do anything, and then it chases you around, hopefully kills the people, or it'll do a lot of damage. If you're trying to engage on a Victor team, it's a scary proposition, because you engage, and that's the best case for Victor, because he's alright, they've bunched up for me trying to engage my team, I drop my ult, and they're coming into me instead of running away, and that's actually the best way. I mean, his ult gets the most bang for your buck typically in those situations versus when he has to throw it down and chase someone. This team's kind of interesting because Victor actually has some really great zoning. He actually has great peeling as well because his gravity field actually, it has that, after they cut the stun time, the time you have to be in there to stun in half, it's pretty reliable. You can zone out a lot of areas very, very well. If your AD carry is getting dove, you throw it over your AD carry. They're slowed and then they're stunned in it. You can throw it over yourself to try to peel people. It's a really, really good spell. I've messed around with the augment gravity, trying to see if the extra 30% range was really effective. I didn't find it super awesome, and really my only problem with Victor right now is augment death is just too good. I actually kind of wish his augments could go into another tier somehow, so they could fix the problem with him that you're wasting an item slot. Or a lot of people feel you're wasting an item slot for that item, even though it is pretty efficient, cost per AP wise, and how good it is. I mean, for 1,000 gold, you get 45 AP and 30% extra damage dot on your laser, which people do not expect that to chunk them as hard as it does. So I'm actually kind of liking the blue team's team. I think that if they get into a late game scenario, it looks pretty good. The only problem with all of this, though, is that Olaf can Ragnarok and run through all their peeling and get to the enemy. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of a weird team because it's this extreme they could counter initiate. They could kite. Poppy though wants to initiate. She wants to go in and kill Corki or whomever she can get her hands on, and that'll be interesting to watch Poppy go against Olaf top, which I know that even the top Poppy players hate to play Olaf. They loathe playing Olaf. So it's interesting that Matt actually went Poppy into an Olaf. Because typically, even some of the top streamers, solo queue players that play Poppy, they see Olaf and they're just like, well, I just need to somehow survive. And if you can somehow survive, then great. You actually, and Poppy's better. She's probably one of the best characters going into late game. As far as assassins, you can't do anything about her. She just goes in and kills. I mean, that's her job. That's what she does, and she does it the best out of any assassin. Diplomatic community is ridiculous. So it'll be a really interesting team because you're going to see characters that aren't played very well. I know Matt has played Poppy a bit. If you can farm up with her, if he does win that top lane or stays even, that's a victory for them. We'll be interested to see actually Blue switch it up. Making fun of Boss Cow because he does not have a skin. Yeah, man. I mean, people gotta eat. Can't spend that money on skins, yo. I don't know. This is like the default skin for me when people play Kog'Maw because it's way too cool. It fires fireworks. It looks awesome. And I think everybody in this game has a skin. Yeah, I think everybody in this game has a skin besides Boss Cow. So he's the only not cool person at the party. Otter looks like he's gonna check this tri-brush or run around down here. This is a terrible idea though, if he was to actually do that. Kabam Wayne, they are gonna leave it, they are gonna run out quickly, which they should do, and they should leave a ward and exit. If Blue is doing this properly, you leave a ward and you leave. You do not actually stay here and do Blue. Yeah, they are gonna leave. So there you have it. This is the smart way to do it, and look, Olaf kind of being baited in here. Olaf does not have a ward or anything for this. So maybe he's just going to see in case they go for it. Purple doing a ping back at there. I think they saw, bad pathing by Soyrita and Kog'Maw. If they didn't do that, they would have been fine, but now they can just go, oh, that was unfortunate. They screwed it up. Screwed it up. You want to keep that hidden. You don't want to actually reveal. They should have ran around, blue pilled, whatever. Blue pill preferably actually, because it's dangerous to walk through this tri-bush. Because let's say, they saw the two people appear, but let's say you didn't and you place a ward there, and you run down here and either everybody's here or everybody's here. You're screwed. So you're gonna eat a lot of damage there. You're getting some help. Highwind's still trying to clear this goal, but he's taking a lot of damage from this. And this is the key. Like, this top lane's going to be really interesting. Well, top and middle are going to be really interesting to watch. Bob's going to be really aggressive too. So that, I mean, we're going to have to watch every lane, which is the ideal scenario. Two interesting, not as popular APs being played mid. And then top lane, just the ever adventures of Dusty Virus, who's been playing a great top, by the way, all night on the Pacific Northwest Scrims, versus Matt, who, playing this character that if it can carry through, if he can get his farm, will actually could win blue the game actually. Otter and Kabam. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna wait till level 2. Once they hit level 2, their burst damage. This combo, by the way, is the best combo for Leona because she her passive. So here, Sunlight puts a Sunlight proc, which adds magic damage to your 80's attacks, and Corky, with his Gatling gun and stuff like that, actually has one of the best times at proccing those bursts of sunlight. So we're normally Leona. I mean, Leona's actually a really complex character. I think people don't quite understand how complex she is. For people are like, oh, she just goes and does a stun combo. Well, the thing is, you actually want to time them with your AD carry. Your AD carry also has to know and play, be at a certain level to play with you to pull off different combos. And what a first kill top, because I'm terrible. Ignite coming in. Matt is just going to barely survive, chugging pots. And that is a huge victory for top lane. That's going to actually let Matt snowball a little bit, possibly. Olaf's still very, very good, but still something to look out for. Meanwhile, gank coming in mid, flash over by Cody, but they're not going to be able to run down Boscow. Boscow will escape safely. But look at me pontificating a little bit too much without a co-caster, because I'm all by myself. All by myself. Boo-hoo. Tears for me. I get to do something that's fun. That's horrible. I know, right? But Leona, you want to stack those sunlights. You actually want to time them so that your AD carry can actually proc them and get max damage out. It's much like a Renekton or someone that has a lot of auto attack resets, that you want to actually time them so that you get all your auto attacks and you get the max amount of damage out. If you do it properly, you'll have crazy burst damage. And Udyr coming around behind her, getting chunked a lot of damage with that laser, chasing after Boss Cow and falling in there. Dot going down, Ignite going down, and Boss Cow is going to fall in here, but will Highwind be able to pick up the kill? Headbutts, pulverizes away. Cody is going to run right over them, but gets in the last hit. Janna has rotated up now. Exhaust going down on Black Cow. Black Cow just wants to flash over that wall, which you will be able to successfully do, and escape the Highwind Janna combo. Too much support. I mean, if he was there for 5 more minutes, he probably would have fell. It would have been. It's very dangerous. Dusty Virus, meanwhile, pushing right back up here. But see, Poppy is even in CS now, and that is a victory for Poppy. Poppy can even be down about 20, 10, 20 CS. Doesn't matter because she's naturally gonna miss some farm. Let's see what he did go here. So devastating blow. Yeah, she's gonna use that devastating blow to last hit probably. You don't want to use it too much. True damage coming in, which is the bane of Poppy. The bane of Poppy's passive. A lot of pressure coming in down here top. Level 4 from both of them. Janna a little bit low from the roam that she just did. Dexter probably with a little bit more experience. We didn't see a golem start. No, Dexter actually behind the experience. So he's been zoned out a little bit here. Matt chugging pots like it's out of style. Has Ninja Tabi plus. And you know, that laser just chunks so well. Boss Cow on his first back just bought a bunch of Doran's rings, which is smart. Gives him tanky, gives him his mana regen. Same thing from I'm Black Elf. Pretty much on the same wavelength here. Farm's probably pretty even, I would believe. 40 to 23, so no. So Boss Cow's killing it in mids actually, which is kind of surprising because Malzahar is pretty AFK farm. Yes, Dusty Virus is on this. He has been notified, plus the ward is here. Boss Cow just kind of wasting his time here roaming, but you know, a good attempt, good move. But usually if top cell has ever gone back past the beginning of the game, then you should know what is going down. A blue steal possibly. This is very smart. 3 people in rotation. Matt should probably be saying this top is missing. They should know this is going down. Should respond properly. Highwind sitting in base. Is he waiting to buy something, or did he disconnect? I'm guessing he disconnected, because there's no reason he should stay there. Oh no, okay. Okay, bought Philo, Oracle Elixir, Ruby, Crystal. I guess maybe he had so much money that he was trying to decide what he should buy. But in that time, they actually are going to give up blue, so they're going to have to want to look towards stealing the blue of purple side, because Malzahar's not going to be too on that. If Udyr is smart, he will run straight for the blue, because blue side still thinks they have theirs up, as you can see on the map right there. So they're gonna run for it probably, try to feed it, and Udyr's gonna want to do his blue as fast as possible, as you see right here, because he's doing very smart. Highwind rotating over, looking for a ward. Don't know about blue. Udyr does have a smite, probably not gonna have a good time stealing it. Victor is rotating around, he will take it. They waited too long. Highwind's gonna rotate around, unfortunately. They're gonna find out that it is gone. And gank incoming. This might actually be good if he lands the pulverize correctly. No, Highwind's going to eat 3 turret shots. Which is okay. Just needs to stay on duty, clear out wards. I mean, if he keeps roaming the map, clearing out wards makes sense. Oh, meanwhile, gank bottom. Dexter will fall. There's that super aggression. And this Leona Otter combo, it's gonna get kills. If it doesn't get kills, huge win for blue. But until they hit 6... that stuff's gonna happen, and it's unfortunate, but it's the way it's just the way those two characters interact with each other. Leona, you know, in my opinion, she's up to me. She's a little bit. I'm a fan of her just because she has so much team fight effectiveness. She affects the team fight a lot, much like Janna does. Janna, in my opinion, better, but still up there. Has an AoE stun, has all this CC, makes your early lane super aggro. So overall, I'm a fan. Highwind rotating up lane, looks like. I don't know. He seems like he doesn't know where he wants to go, what he wants to do yet with his jungle path. He's kind of went around for the ganks, got shut down a little bit. He needs to start. I think he needs to start heading down to bottom. He needs to start heading down to bottom, clearing out wards, opening up gank paths that way, and I think that would probably be pretty good for him. Instead, he's hanging around blue. I mean, he spent probably a minute or so around this top side doing nothing yet. Is running down Dusty Fire. Is going to miss his headbutt pulverize combo. It's okay, a lot of pros can't do it, so don't feel too bad. And Kog must be extremely careful in this bot lane. The thing to note is that Zenith Blade actually does go through minions, so it's not like you can hide behind your minion wave from Zenith Blade and be like, oh, ooh la la, like, I'm oh wow, double kill bottom, or almost a double kill. Picking up the kills, Boss Cat rotating, unfortunately not being called by Malzahar. But need to be careful. But Zenith Blade, yeah, it goes through creeps. So you can't hide behind your creep wave. It can still hit you through that pull or two, and then she starts her combo. When Leona's ult comes back up, which is still on cooldown, when Solar Flare comes back up, then they're going to have to be careful again. You should probably be keeping the timer on Solar Flare. As you see, there's a lot of effort put into warding this brush, so they can't do that. But meanwhile, Malzahar is rotating down. If he gets off his stun combo, that is easy death. Because if he gets off his stun, doesn't even need his pool. He gets off stun, follow that with Leona, it's easy kill. Soyruta, follow it up. Don't even need the sunlight from Kabam. Kabam's going to steal a kill in there. Just trying to throw down some CC, and they can rotate around for Dragon possibly if they want to. Bosscat pushing this lane up like he should. Bosscat with 91 CS versus Malzahar's 58, so he has a 2-kill lead in CS on Malzahar. Malzahar getting a sweet little assist in there, but Bosscat actually has a kill and an assist, so, or actually he got a kill in there, so good kill and assist. So yeah, they're pretty even except for, yeah, Malzahar hasn't died yet, so plus them, but 30 CS lead for Bosscat, which means that he has more money. More moolah. Dusty Fire's taking over top. Let's look how that is going. 67 CS to Olaf 66. So pretty even, but again, like I said, if it is even, Poppy is winning, because Poppy is the better assassin. Looks like Udyr possibly getting ready for another blue still, but Highwind coming in just in time on this. Also going to clear out the ward guarding his blue, which is smart. We have a 4-man going down on here. That's dangerous, and Highwind should beat feet. Yes, need to save that Oracle. Purple really wants this blue, and they're going to get it. There's nothing right now that blue looks like they're going to do. Oh, blue is going to fight over this, possibly. Poppy juking in. Highwind goes in. Gotta be careful that Oracle is going to get stunned. Is going to easily be able to break out of that. And Bosscow just trying to be really safe here. There's a lot of CC in that group there, and a lot of damage can come out. If they catch one of you, it's a kill. It's a dead. I mean, especially with the percent damage pool, the null zone from Malzahar, followed by everything else. It's a sure death. But what should have happened though too is the bottom should have realized once they saw Leona was top, bottom should have been like, hey, Otter's by himself. We got to start pressing this because Otter can't 1v2 us. That's what should have went down. Dragon's another option too. Leona coming around behind. Looks like there's going to be a trade. Bosscow over the pool. Had his shield block a little bit of that, but now all the stun combo comes in. The ult finally comes out, but it's a little bit too late. I don't think it's actually going to be able to pick up I'm Blackout. I'm Blackout will be able to escape. Unfortunate there, because I think he would have won, except for the fact that, you know, Leona was roaming like Kabam should, and Kabam's doing a great job of playing her, following up. They have a lot of good team synergy here with all their stuns. And blue, beating feet. There you see the goof going down. Going to slow cover their escape. Highwind taking some CS in mid, like a boss. Poppy has pushed up this lane top. 90 CS to Olaf's 69, so she's gained about a 20 CS lead in there, which is pretty nice. So was doing a little bit of that while Blue was going down, and a lot of effort being put down at Dragon, trying to stop Dragon from going down, but little do they know, no one is actually trying to take Dragon at the current moment, so... Boss Cow has his Augment Death. He's going to have a lot of damage on that laser. That laser is going to be absolutely sick. Don't want to get hit by that. And see right there, clears the back wave minions, plus it has that dot on it. Ever so good. And they should put pressure on Otter now. They can. Leona's not here. I mean, really what it comes down to, Kog'Maw just has to farm, which is what should happen. Just barely misses Otter. Highwind and Kabam playing a little Oracles games. Not to be confused with the Hunger Games. Because neither of those characters will probably get fed. But they will want to kill each other. This is similarity there. Highwind checking Dragon, although Alistar not a very good Dragon taker, so I think Purple's really worried about that. Let's go back in there and check, see if a ward did go down. Is hanging out top here. Chasing Kabam needs to be a little bit careful. 2v1, he can actually be drained very, very quickly. If it's 3v2, they obviously have the advantage. Poppy backing off a little bit here. Poppy does not have his Sheen yet, has a Phage for that little bit of extra health. Highwind playing around with bottom lane, zoning him out against perfect for Kog'Maw, who should begin that threat. And Victor throwing down the ult here. Great flash out, getting away from the stun of Malzahar. Malzahar in turn's actually going to take a lot of damage still, so this is an easy double kill for blue team. Great follow up here. Cody trying to run away from this, although I don't think he should be able to escape. He might be able to do it. Who knows? Should be using laser actually. Slow! No! Slow's going to come down, but it's going to be too late. He might actually escape. I think he might be able to. Howling Gale. Yeah, he's going to be able to escape. Hops over the wall. Easy peasy, but now Kabam has been caught out and has that Oracles. That is bad news. Kama's going to support that just a little bit, throwing in some Void Ooze. And yeah, Otter's going to pick up a kill. Onto Sawyer. Oh, wait, no. Sawyer's going to escape this. Just bubble. Doesn't need to bubble himself. But that was actually smart by Otter, but great reaction with the exhaust actually saving him. Otherwise, Otter would have picked up a kill. And now they're actually going to convert this into a kill onto Otter. Blue looking very, very strong here as we move forward. And Poppy is getting farm. Everything. This is all setting up, you know, like I talked about earlier, for a blue victory with what is happening in the map right now. 117 CS for Poppy, 89 for Olaf. Those are not numbers you want. It's a huge advantage for Poppy. And once she starts getting into these team fights and starts making her presence known, once she hits that Triforce, look out. Maybe some whoever she wants to pick is dead. You can be under a turret, dead. Doesn't matter. So they're definitely gonna have to look out here. Boscow trying to play a little bit safe here. He's a flash ult combo away from dying easy. Kabam trying to again do some roaming here. Interesting ward placement. Doesn't give you ward right here, but it actually does give you vision. You do have vision right. No, it gives you vision right here. I don't know if I don't really like that ward placement. I'd rather place it here so you get better avenues of vision. There's just a safe maneuver attempt. Right there's probably what it was. Blue will fall. Victor's gonna pick up himself up a blue buff. Look pretty happy. Udyr meanwhile has Oracle, which is a good choice. Udyr, tankier, is gonna roam more than Kabam has to. I'm not surprised Otter's been able to get away so well bottom without being abused. Kabam's done a lot of roaming. He's only a level behind. Otter, meanwhile, is 2 levels ahead of Dexter, which, I mean, that's a pretty good deal. And Otter's farm 165 to Dexter's 125, so 40 CS advantage. And he's been 1v2 for a lot of this game too, which bode well because Otter is, you know, an all-star player. But something has to be said for Soiruta Dexter playing out this lane very, very well against Kabam and Otter, two players who, frankly, you know, it's a very good tandem. Not that Kabam plays support all the time, but he does play support. And that lane right there is designed, you know, it's designed for those two. I mean, that's the kind of lane they want to play, ideally. So a very solid game shaping up here. Only 2K advantage for Blue. A lot of what they were doing is shaping up perfectly for them. Although Blue's not collapsing on this, they should actually stay in lane and farm and push their lane. Is what you should actually do. They don't have to disrupt this at all. They should just be pushing their lane very, very hard. Highwind, meanwhile, running top, supporting Matt's push. But yeah, because you know that is there, you should just be pushing your lane as hard as you can and ignoring the dragon. And they need to beat feet as quickly as possible. Highwind does not want to stay here, although they are going to start a fight. Slamming against the wall, difficult community in effect. Sunlight's not actually going to hit, or Matt trying to chase down this, and he will finally pick up a kill. Might come back in, has a dot on him though, taking tons of damage. Victor Alt comes in, looking to just chunk everybody. Kabam coming back in this, eating a dot. Matt running around the backside. Probably not going to be able to pick up a kill. So stun's going on to Boscow, but that's not what they want to do. Gravity might land. Dot is on. Kabam just needs one more power transfer, and he thought he was going to get it. It's going to be so close, and he's just barely going to survive with 54 hit points. Crazy talk. And Matt's still going to get his red, so, you know, props to him that they fought over it. I would sacrifice an Oracle, which, you know, not the best, but they're able to pick up Udyr and his Oracle, so pretty even trade there, but they end up getting the red buff as well, so I'd say a win for Blue in that exchange. Did give up Dragon earlier. Trying to work towards a 3k lead here as we move forward. We're going to pick up bottom turret and maybe mid turret at the same time. Not going to stick in, apparently. I would have thrown that down and just finished off the turret because you can't actually do it. Although I think minions could sneeze on it and kill it for you if you really so desire. Still going to get the gold for it. So top is down, bottom is down. Next turret is mid. Then they probably need to start, you know, Blue needs to war up a bunch more and start taking control of objectives. I don't believe there's another Oracle on the battlefield. Yeah, so purple doesn't actually have an Oracle. This is advantage for Blue right now. They should be the only ones with an Oracle. No, Highwind lost his. So Highwind actually has bottom Oracle. So never mind. No one decided they want map control at this point, apparently. Highwind just at 470 gold after a few kills there, so interesting dot going down. Looking at levels, Boscow level 14, so he's even with mid. 14 versus Olaf 12, so Poppy's 2 levels ahead, top, plus ahead, probably a mountain of CS, 153 versus 116, so 40 CS lead, and you see the trade there, the true damage comes in, but the Poppy just way better, and there's the ult comes in, look at that huge damage, and Dusty Virus is going to fall before he even has a chance to try to deal with this. Matt trying to juke here. You see the vision games going down right there. And he's just going to completely run away. Meanwhile, total ult combo better than Victor. True story. And the trade continues. Bottom, Otter nearing 200 CS. Kog'Maw doing a pretty good job. He's actually he's doing a good job not falling too far behind, which is all he needs to do at this point. Poppy looking very good for a solo top Poppy. I mean, that CS is good for her. That's what she wants. That's the range she wants to be in. Boscow hasn't been farming for some waves, and he still looks very, very good in CS. He's about 40 CS up on Malzahar. And Kog'Maw's only, you know, he's under 20 CS behind, so that's a good little number to be in. Start to catch up here. Destiny Virus unfortunately 0-5-1, not looking too hot. Malzahar looking pretty good this game, 3-1-2. Black Yellow playing a pretty good game, and then but Poppy 6-0-1. That is disgusting. That's a lot of trouble. Has that Triforce as we see here. And not only will she be hard to catch, but she can actually turn on Udyr. If Udyr chases her too far, she just turn on and blow him absolutely out of the water. You need so much CC, you need true damage to finish her off. I mean, they're going to need a lot to deal with Poppy. And then once she enters a full team fight, I mean, you combine Malzahar with Kog'Maw's range, with Janet and Alistar's peel, and Poppy's just dive ability. You're going to lose an AD carry. You're going to lose a carry. There's no choice. Malzahar probably the easier target, but right there, you see how hard they get blown up. Highwind stealing a kill there. Scumbag Highwind. And oh, this is a bad engage actually for Purple, I believe. No. Oh, no, Poppy's not in here. So I take it back. So Highwind's going to be running for his life. Victor falling, which is not a good deal. Kog'Maw and Janet rotating up here. That was a bad call by me. I thought Poppy was gonna follow in on this. It was gonna be all sorts of bad because Poppy was gonna kill someone. But if anything I can say, I definitely feel like Purple Team. The theme of Purple Teams tonight has been that they're so tanky. Whether their head was kind of comp-wise, they seem to end up with tanky comps. Rod of Ages first for Malzahar makes him kind of tanky. Triforce for Otter. Although I've heard a lot of flack from different players that say that they really don't like the Triforce on Corki because your point of an AD is to deal damage, is the quote, and Triforce doesn't really facilitate that. It makes you tanky and adds some other stuff, but it's not really, it's not straight up damage. It's not an Infinity Edge. That's the point. Pascal clearing up. Both teams is kind of going back to farming. Wards go down. Better ward coverage for blue, maybe? No, purple actually looks like they have some good ward coverage all over the jungle. The entrances, exits, looking pretty good. Dive here possibly on the turret, although it is shielded by Janna. Need to watch out. Don't want to get stun locked under the turret because Dexter still is in a little bit of trouble if that happens. Although Dexter's kind of becoming a little bit scary. Has that first Phantom Dancer combined with that Wriggles. Wants to go IE after this probably. After that will be super strong. They don't actually have a pig ward, so Purple knows they're all going for Dragon, knows they're down here. They know there's no ward on Dragon, but Purple still knows. Even though they have. So good. See, there's that air denial from Gravity Field that I was talking about. Very, very good. I was going to have to wait quite a bit for it again. Highwind trying to eat some cooldowns if he can. Great pop out by Kabam. Now Kabam just wants to enter in here, although he's going to back out. He's going to re-engage here pretty shortly. And oh wow, all in for Dusty Virus, although his team is not following him. And now we might see the gauge finally, but it's too late. Kabam's going to be blown apart easily, but look at Matt just do work. Look at that, just blowing people up, and this game is already pretty out of hand. I think Blue does have this game. I'm calling it pretty early, before 30 minutes. I think Purple, like I said, the right characters are getting fed, and the team comp is just better. Kog'Maw, better AD. Poppy won her battle top by a lot, actually. It didn't come out even. Even was still a win for Poppy, and she came out way ahead on Olaf. And then you have the two peelers. You have Janna and Alistar. That's all the peel you would ever need, and you have so much damage output. Even though they were able, to focus a little bit on Boss Cow, but Boss Cow has AoE damage too, and his presence, and the zoning, and his peel potential. And his AoE damage can complement the rest of the team. It's going to be single target damage. And, if Kog'Maw blows up someone early in the fight that dies, and Poppy blows up someone because that's what she does, I mean, the fight is 5v3 at that point. Like, what are you going to do? You lost one of your carries, too, in that exchange because Poppy's going to kill one of your carries. In this case, she actually defended. There was a great peel back by Blue, and they were able to pick off Olaf, who was just charging in because the rest of the team couldn't follow up. It was definitely a two-stage fight. It wasn't necessarily how they wanted to go down. But now Kog'Maw's in a lot of trouble. Gets Zenith Blade, flashes over the wall, tries to escape. That was a great flash, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Great stun by Kabam. And yeah, that will be a follow-up, although all the ults are down for Purple. So Purple just really needs to go in at this point, which they probably will do. Matt chasing in here. Olaf trying to run away, getting bursted down very, very shortly. Flashes away. Howling Gale just barely hits him on the tip. Will finally pick up that kill. Boss Cow trying to land in some lasers. Get some good poke in there. Purple's very, very low under their turret. Meanwhile, Otter's pushing bottom, slip pushing. This is what he should do since he is behind. Cerruta and the rest of the blue team probably should back. That is the smartest idea at this point. They shouldn't push this to try to mitigate some turret damage that Otter's going to deal right here. So he's going to pick up another turret bomb. That's smart work by him. And wow, blue's all in on this again. Silence. And Otter's going to go in for this. So we'll see the headbutt back out. We won't see the headbutt back out. But there is the ult from Victor. Controlling it very well. Kabam had a lot of trouble. He's easily going to fall to this. So double kill. Kabam is going to pick up a lot of gold off of Poppy, but that's not exactly what they wanted. They won't still be able to convert this. So they got more kills, but they didn't get a turret, which the turret was the main objective that they wanted to do. So actually, in all honesty, I think Purple, they gave up a bunch of kills. I know that sucks, but at the same time, Otter got a lot of farm bottom. He's sitting at 263 to Kogma's 229. So he got a lot of farm bottom, plus he got a turret for his team, which kind of was the best case scenario, because up with this team, he would have done a lot better. So I have to actually like the decision making from Purple in that exchange, and Blue just really stuck out too long up top. And I was going to pick up another kill mid. So really, Otter playing a very, very good game here for his team, and some smart decisions coming out. And Blue needs to be careful. They can't be too lackadaisical here. Otter's the easy escape path. Just needs to keep running towards bot lane. Some ward clearing going on here, just making sure they can clear out some wards around Baron, set up for the Baron, maybe an objective, although probably not the best idea. I feel like the later this game goes, though, the more effective Kogma is going to be, too, in the team fights, and the more ridiculous it's going to get. Victor following up with a Rylai's Scepter, so that's pretty strong, actually. It's going to give some extra slow chase abilities on his abilities naturally. Otter disconnecting. No! Otter, why ruin my game? Why you ruin my game? Otter notorious for DC issues and internet connection issues. And of all the times, like, we have this amazing game going on, his team's only down by 5k despite the fact they're down by 11 kills. And he has to DC on me. Why, Otter? Why? So now it's a 4v5. So really, if Blue was big jerk faces, they'd go do Baron. And if I was Blue, I wouldn't do Baron, simply because if you do Baron, then you're gonna have the yeah buts. The yeah but people are gonna be like, yeah, but we had Otter DC, and if you didn't DC, then we would have had you. And you know that annoying thing. Even though you're ahead and you're looking pretty good, that's what would happen. Just the truth of the matter. So I think they're gonna give. No, they're not. They're just going to take Baron. You know, whatever. They don't care. They're like, no mercy. We don't care about yeah buts. We just want to win. So, Blue's going to be coming out with a Baron. And that Axe is going to let it be known. Shredder's Reverie popped in. I'm sorry, Dusty Virus. I don't know if you're going to be able to escape out of this. And look at that chunk damage. I mean, really? Really? I mean, come on. The fear of God in you. For real. 5-man push going on the top at this point. They have enough poke. They have the 5v3 because Otter's not here. They have everything in their favor. Probably if you have mid turret here, you can just have high wind tank it, which might be what goes down. I imagine that. No, well, they're just gonna push up the lane probably. Maybe set up for another dragon. A lot of wards around dragon. I'd like to see some people drop wards of blue if they could. Some more jungle wards. So we have one in this brush right here, the near brush. Let's look at Dusty Virus. Dusty Virus has 2,500 hit points. He lost like half his health in a combo. So there we go. Otter is back. So now we have a real game on our hands. The blue has taken themselves a Baron. So the yeah buts, it's always going to be there. But who cares? Still a good game going on here. They have that 7k advantage they've been wanting for most of the game to get that hedge advantage. If they go back and buy probably soon, it'll turn to effective advantage. A lot of them sitting with 2k gold, which they need to spend. Kog'Maw that could turn into another IE. That's a huge victory. That's a huge difference in damage output by them, and look, there it is. Bingo Bango. Victor, 2k gold for him. That's probably a Void Staff, I'm guessing, is probably what he's going for. Yep, there it is. Void Staff. And Infinity Edge on Poppy. That's when you're really, really ahead. Oh, gosh. That's disgusting. The Poppy's going to fly in there and kill whoever she pleases. So Stuggling on Dexter, this is exactly what they want. They can pick him off. A great flash out of it. And now all their everything is popped for them. They need to back out of this. Otherwise, they surely are dead. This would be a huge mistake. Dot might pick this up, but his red buff's going to be the culprit for us. That was going to be Victor's Dalt from the laser. But they just need to completely back off because they can't actually, after they blew all those cooldowns, they had to, it was a great initiative, a great idea. If they layered it just a little bit better to never give Kog'Maw the chance to flash out of it, they would have been fine. But now with all their ults blown, there's nothing to fear. I mean, Highwind being like, hey guys, let's go in and tank this, what are you doing? Just deal damage, you fools. They're just going to wait for a creep wave and poke this out with Dexter, meanwhile getting plus 50 free BF sword. Kabam, the target of hate, goes in there, is going to be absolutely destroyed now, backing off out of this. Hyman just digging very, very deep here. Ult coming in from Victor. Corki and Kabam down, Otter and Kabam down, Corki and Leona down. And the rest of the purple team just completely backing off here. And they should be able to take this turret, especially if Dexter would help out killing it. Although Dexter is all about killing other people at the current moment. And there's the GG's. They know this is over, and great game by blue team. Had the DC from Otter, but I don't know if it did matter. I think they won, like I said earlier, they won the matchups they wanted to win. And just team comp-wise, were able to push it through. Had some great play to back it up, so props to blue.